One of the most masculine fragrances in my collection happens to be the very first fragrance I bought from the house of Jovoy called Private Label, this one right here. In this Saffron review video, I'm finally doing a full review of Private Label for you, and you're going to have a chance at winning a full bottle of Private Label if you are a subscriber from the world. So if you want to find out about Private Label and how masculine it is, then please stay tuned. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian with Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews. That's right, today I'm talking about Private Label, the very first fragrance I bought from the house of Jovoy. This was the first one I decided to go with because I just loved the combination of the Patchouli and the Vetiver together with the Papyrus. So we're going to find out all about Private Label today, but if this is your first time tuning into the channel and you love watching fragrance reviews and still haven't subscribed to the channel, please click the subscribe button below and also click the bell so that you'll be notified for future videos and giveaways. So Jovoy's Private Label was the first fragrance I bought back in 2014 or 2015, somewhere around there, after I visited the boutique Jovoy in Paris. So I spoke to the owner Francois there, and he gave me a rundown of the entire store, but also the entire Jovoy collection, and I loved several of them, but I decided to buy a bottle of Private Label. But that bottle is now almost to the bottom, so this particular bottle was sent to me for this review, but I have bought a bottle in the past. The opinion's all my own here, and I love this one. It's a great Vetiver and Patchouli combination. It's nothing like Incident Diplomatique, also from Jovoy, which features Vetiver and Patchouli. So Jovoy's Private Label was launched in 2011. It was created by Cecile Zarokian, and she has another fragrance created for Jovoy called Remember Me. And Francois had mentioned to me in a video that I have on the channel that anytime that Cecile Zarokian creates a fragrance for Jovoy, they would have an English name for the fragrance. Every other fragrance from this house has a French name, but the two fragrances that Cecile Zarokian has created are in English. So this is a 100 ml bottle for $180, and this is considered an Oriental woody fragrance. And don't forget, we spoke about Oriental woody fragrances yesterday, and if you're curious to learn more about this style, you can tune into my video from yesterday. Private Label has notes of Papyrus. At the top, in the heart, you've got Patchouli and Vetiver. In the base, you've got Birchwood, Cedarwood, Cistus, Labdanum, and Sandalwood. Not a lot of notes, but what you've got here is one intense, intoxicating fragrance. It's an intense experience for a fragrance, and it's a wonderful wearing experience. First of all, I do want to mention to you that this is a very, very masculine offering. In fact, some women that are used to the more florals and lighter fragrances, this one will be just very, very overwhelming. It is really, really in your face and pungent. What really is driving this fragrance are the notes of Vetiver, Papyrus with Patchouli. I feel like the Vetiver just comes in right off the bat. It's the most intense form of Vetiver, and then Patchouli also is there along with the Papyrus. Now, I've spoken a lot about Incident Diplomatique on the channel, and again, as I mentioned, that they have both Vetiver and Patchouli. They're nothing alike. They're completely different. But this one is an in-your-face Vetiver experience, and very, very smoky. Now, this Vetiver, when I smell it out of the bottle, it's not as smoky as when I put it on. It gets really, really smoky and leathery at the same time. But I feel like the Papyrus comes in to kind of like do a twist on the fragrance and give me a little bit of a boozy quality as well. In fact, when I wear this fragrance, I visualize me sitting in the Redwood Room here in San Francisco back in the older days, in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, when men or gentlemen used to go and smoke their cigars and sip on whiskey. This is a kind of visual I get with this fragrance. I find it to be ultra masculine, also very classy. This is a fragrance that men that want to feel masculine would wear. It's a very, very intense experience, very, very dominant Vetiver experience, but very, very smoky and very, very leathery. Now, with this fragrance, when you spray it, it's very Papyrus at the top, but the Vetiver and the Patchouli come right in, and they just basically pretty much take over. In fact, again, as I said, those are the three notes that are driving this fragrance. It is finally settled into more woody, ambery experience, and I think what's causing the smokiness come through is that Cistus labdanum along with the birch wood. When those two mix, it gets really, really smoky. But overall wearing experience is a very, very intense experience. A little goes a long way with this one. Very, very bold. It's a very, very bold, intense, masculine wearing experience. And I wear 1 or 2 sprays and I'm pretty much set for the whole day because it does last a long time. Anyway, private label, I love the name. It reminds me of something that I really want to look into because it's it's private. It's like, what does that mean? Why is this fragrance called private label? So it makes me curious, and then once you figure it out, it's like, okay, I get it now. This is a very, very a fragrance for, when you go to those clubs. Here we have in San Francisco the Battery, which is a private club, and there's no smoking there now. But I feel like if it was 30, 40 years ago and I went to a club like that, it's private, not open to the public, and there's some sipping going on of whiskey and smoking going on of some cigars. Anyway, that's my experience with private label, and those are my thoughts about private label. What are your thoughts about private label? Have you sampled it? And as I said, we do have a full bottle giveaway. Please click the link to Saffler Bond in the info box, head over there and find out how to participate in winning a full bottle of private label. This is open to the whole entire world. Good luck with the giveaway. Then come back here and let me know your thoughts on private label. What do you think about this fragrance? Do you like the idea of this very masculine vetiver and patchouli papyrus combo? Put some comments down so that I can find out. Other than that, guys, thanks so much for watching this video today. Please like this video. Please share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.